could you not like about living here? The climate's tremendous. It's a great town.
74-year-old Rodney Lovering and his wife Kay are enjoying their retirement on the New South Wales south coast.
I just think that's what you've got to do, or young people should do, is set up well before they plan to retire so you've got a comfortable future.
Rodney and Kay are living off their savings in a self-managed superannuation fund, which they set up back in 2008.
We done that right at the global financial crisis, and we're in a situation where we're just changing super funds. It's the retail super funds. And we had some bad experiences with what they were doing for us, so I decided I'd do it on my own, and it's worked out very well. We want to be masters of our own destiny, you know.
About 700 people are retiring every day. 700 here are moving out of the saving phase and into the spending phase. And interestingly, already, the super system, is paying back to people who are retired about $80 billion a year. So we call those their retirement paychecks. That's what the system's currently doing.
As the baby boomers continue to retire, there's an increasingly high proportion of superannuation funds in the paying out stage. Luckily for super funds, people are increasingly keeping their savings with the funds instead of taking the money out as a lump sum. Jeremy Cooper carried out a review into the superannuation system by the Rudd government in 2009. He is now the chairman of retirement income at Challenger and says the system now needs to change in order to deal with the growing number of people in the drawing down stage.
When super was started, there wasn't a lot of thought really given to the end point. And we are now very much arrived at the point where super is unquestionably a success. We've got somewhere between a quarter and a third of the entire pool of savings are already in the retirement phase. And we're really just catching up with the science of actually paying the money back.
For most people, retirement income means drawing on their savings, which move up or down depending on the value of their investments. With Australia approaching a tipping point where the amount of money coming out of superannuation is more than the amount going in, super funds are under increasing pressure to provide products that retirees really want. With a current review into the superannuation system, the government wants to look at those super funds offering products similar to defined benefit schemes to provide some certainty in income for those retirees.
I think the government's reform to bring in lifetime income streams is probably as close as we're going to get to the defined benefit world. And so those income streams can either be guaranteed, where you'll know precisely what you're going to get, or they can be not guaranteed, and you can have a reasonable expectation of receiving that income, but not an actual guarantee. So it's analogous to a defined benefit pension, but not exactly the same.
It's 8.5 stars. We lived in Brisbane, got sick and tired of the rat race, the noise and the air pollution, so we decided to move somewhere and try to build ourselves a more sustainable lifestyle. The house is 200 metres from the road, and it would cost more to connect the underground electricity than it would to buy batteries and go off-grid.
David Grogan is 70 years old and retired. He and his wife Verity had their money in a self-managed superannuation fund, but rolled it into an industry fund a few years ago.
We just take some of these bits off so we get some nice growth.
We started off for various reasons with a self-managed super fund, but they're quite expensive. It requires a fair amount of active monitoring to make sure that your risk profile stays within acceptable standards. And we spoke with our advisor and said, what's the options? And we looked at it, so we decided to roll all of our funds into an industry super fund on the basis of reduced cost and ease of management.
David, a former lecturer in economics, understands how demographics will force super funds to do things differently.
It's mainly an issue of people in our situation being able to monitor their own risk situation and plan for their retirement.
The Superannuation Review has asked the super funds to suggest new products that will better serve the growing number of retirees, which could include new types of annuities, a product which gives an agreed income for a set period of time.
Annuities aren't a new concept. They've been around for a really long time. Account-based pensions combined with annuities can give you a better standard of living in retirement. These new products are potentially a hybrid product of the two. So the aim of the game now is to encourage superannuation funds to create these products or access these products for their superannuation fund members and give them a smooth transition from that accumulation phase of superannuation into the drawdown phase throughout retirement.
Once you set it up, you say how much money you want to take out each month. If you need extra for something or other for a project that takes you like 3 days, you can do it online. It's quite convenient. So I think we're very happy with the decisions that we've made.
David Grogan thinks more needs to be done to make the system fairer for Australia's 3.8 million people over the age of 65.
It has to be more equitable. It's not sustainable the way it is. It's heavily stacked towards the interests and benefits to people at the top end.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.